Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. Today we have advice for the one with the cluttered desk. Frazzled people often turn to a Facebook group for help with their various problems. And in today's episode, we're going to look at a band director who's drowning in papers. This middle school director writes as follows. Ugh. Every year, I tell myself I'm going to stay organized and not have piles all over everywhere. Anyone have some tips or hints to avoid this mess? Well, the frazzled band director included several pictures. On the small desk is an entire computer system, phone, sticky notes, various stacks of paper that intermingled with each other, and this avalanche even spilled out onto the floor. It was easy to see why the cry for help was sounded. Well, how do we organize this kind of mess? This paper nightmare is the result of decisions which have not been made. Each piece of paper represents either something to do, something to file, something to send somewhere else in the world, or something to trash. So let's get started. Gather every loose piece of paper, every file folder laying around, every sticky note, and put it in one big pile. Now, your job won't be to tackle the whole pile. All you have to do, just tell yourself, all you have to do is make a decision about the one on the very top. And then you move on to the next thing and the next thing. Before you know it, the pile actually is gone. So let's get two boxes, a large trash can, and a tickler file. Start with a piece of paper on the very top and make a decision. Is it something no longer of value? If so, put it in the trash can. That's a decision made. You're done with it. Is it something to file? Well, if so, don't file it right now because the time it takes to do that's going to slow down the whole process. Instead, just keep moving. Label a box, file, and drop it in. Once the stack is gone, set aside time to file the entire box. The trick is to stick with one type of task. Avoid going down a rabbit hole. Is the paper or file something to give to someone else? Well, if so, label a box return and drop it in. Later, handle the entire box at one time, returning everything to where it needs to go. You're going to come across some papers that need action sometime in the future. Tickets to a concert next month, a birthday card that you purchased and needs to be mailed a week from now, notes for a meeting that you'll attend this Friday. We can't do anything about those items now, so they lay around in hopes that the day we do need them, we're going to miraculously lay our eyes on them. These items are candidates for the tickler file. If you've never heard of a tickler file, read about it at this link, bit.ly/frankbuck176. That's all in lowercase, bit.ly/frankbuck176. What about the sticky note saying something like, call Joe? You may be tempted to place that call now, but don't. Just add call Joe along with the phone number to your to-do list and move on to the next item in the stack. A list is going to be easier to manage than random little pieces of paper. Finally, what about reference information? You just talked to your friend Tom, who mentioned to you the birthdays of his two children, Biff and Buffy. You jot that information on a sticky note. Well, where are you going to keep something like that? Most people stick it to the wall with all the other sticky notes until it falls off on the floor. I put something like that in Evernote. I have a notebook called Journal inside Evernote, and I have a note for various people in my life that I carry on routine conversations. So your friend Tom gets a note, put his name, put his address, put his email address, put his phone number, put the names of family members, and things like the birthdays of his children. Next time you talk to Tom and you're able to talk to him intelligently about the conversation that you had before and the things that were in that conversation. And well, doesn't Buffy have a birthday coming up soon? And won't she be about, 12 years old now? Your friend will start to think that you have a mind like a steel trap. Well, you don't. You just have a good system. So It's all about making decisions. It's all about having a good system. With Evernote, you can search from your computer. You can search for it from any mobile device. It just makes everything so incredibly easy to do. It's not hard to get organized. It's a matter of making the decisions that lead to clarity, total control, and peace of mind. Thanks for stopping by today. And if you like this video, think about subscribing to this channel and take a look at these other two videos. Come on over to my website, frankbuck.org. There's plenty more where that came from. And while you're there, get on my email list. I've got some good things for you. This has been Frank Buck helping you get organized and make it look easy.